It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bengals on Monday night.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in first, that is no small accomplishment.
In motion left is Higgins. He's going to get it on the jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
This pass complete to Higgins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Running left, Corum. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Burrow will throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
More in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Washington 1st down.
Harris running straight ahead. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Griffin. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Griffin. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Now the first carry here for the running back. Taken down at the 47-yard line. You talk about this Washington defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 23 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change-up in personnel, because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
And we got a pause following the play, because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Robinson will try to pick it up. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Griffin got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 now. In motion, the tight end. From the gun, it's Griffin. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we got a pause following the play, because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Out of the gun, Griffin. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 7 catches, 83 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Griffin to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And he is caught. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's Griffin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now it's Griffin. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Griffin. To the right side and intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by all. No gain on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
In motion goes the tight end. Griffin. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Griffin. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Operating from the gun, Griffin. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Now 3rd down and 7. From the shotgun, Griffin. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Griffin. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The tight end in motion right. Burrow will throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. From midfield now, Burrow. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Travis Etienne, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown catch in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. This is Harris on the draw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Griffin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Griffin. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, Every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Gets around him. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he will find his man on the outside. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Washington offense back out there. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Washington first down.
Again, it's Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Griffin to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on second down. Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now an option play on second down. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Corum. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Now Griffin. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Griffin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Robinson with another carry. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they run the option on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second down and goal. Griffin. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Bengals 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Musgrave's got it out right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it. It's Corum, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Robinson up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Griffin. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Washington.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now it's Griffin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bengals 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. He's got a man complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
10-10 at the 14-yard line.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
That's another Bengals first down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Commanders, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside